Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We are taking again your questions for my tazkiyah. Please make sure you support the program. Check out the links in the description and sponsor a session for someone who cannot afford it today. We do take those projects seriously and we need your support. Question today is, how does your relationship with pornography basically affect you, and what happens when you consume pornography regularly? We've expressed this before, but when you consume pornography regularly, basically, man or woman, you lose yourself. You lose your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because a lot of people consume pornography, they feel shy now to pray. Instead of feeling shy to consume pornography, they feel shy to pray because they say, well, Allah is not going to accept my prayers and this and that. And this is, obviously you can tell this is amal al-shaitan. This is from the doings of shaitan, right? So you lose yourself, you lose your iman, you lose your salah, you lose your relationships, you lose everything. And you gain the relationship with pornography. Oh, I feel good because it feels nice. It feels nice for a little bit. 1 year, 10 years, 15 years. After some time, you're going to meet a dead end. And that dead end is going to basically say, my brain's not working anymore. My body's not reacting anymore. And now I'm supposed to get married. Or, everything's going down the drain. No barakah and everything, just sin. And I am suffering. And I don't know why. Well, it's because you've worked on your relationship with pornography. You kept feeding it, kept working with it, kept developing it, kept watching this, that, different genres, continued to develop different avenues of watching it. And you worked, it's like putting an investment into a relationship, into a marriage or something. Only that you've put it into a marriage with shaitan, right? So that's what happens when you consume it regularly. Some people do it once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day, binge watching. You basically are killing yourself spiritually, physically, intellectually. Some people say, no, that's because they haven't hit yet rock bottom. It will come. To some people, their threshold is different. Some people, it takes them a few years. Some people, they come to us after 15 years of usage. 20 years only, they find the real outcomes of using pornography. So you don't know. You cannot go based on some guy that wrote something online and say, yeah, I feel okay. Who says that pornography is bad? No, you will hit rock bottom. You will hit a wall and it will hurt big time. So that relationship, you need to cut it. That's how your relationship with pornography will affect you. And that's what happens when you consume it regularly. You shouldn't consume it at all. One thing that I always advise people, I'm like, you need to assess yourself. Is it just a desire and a need? Meaning you do it once a week, once every 2 weeks because you just can't hold it anymore. Some sisters, for example, they tell us that they do it only when they ovulate, because obviously there's high drive during ovulation. It's something that Allah has built in them naturally. But there's a difference between that person, which is still wrong, and a person who does it every single day, twice a day, which is addiction, a perfect sign of addiction. Okay, so it has to be stopped. And I always say people need to have a correct replacement, correct therapy. That's why we're offering these programs. Please check them out and support us.